Could a case about a sex offender give a newly conservative Supreme Court a chance to rein in federal regulations?
Today we're talking about Gundy versus the United States, a case filed by a man accused of violating a federal law requiring convicted sex offenders to sign up for a nationwide registry.
But that's just the surface. Go one level deeper, and the central question is whether the case will revive a long-dormant legal doctrine that could mean trouble for what some conservatives call the administrative state, the large bureaucracy of executive agencies that makes up much of today's modern federal government.
Here's how. Herman Gundy is accused of violating a federal law called the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act. When Congress wrote the law, it didn't say whether it applied retroactively to people convicted before it was passed, like Gundy. Instead, Congress left that up to the Attorney General to decide. You probably remember that under the Constitution, the executive branch enforces the laws that Congress had written. Gundy says that delegating that kind of decision to the executive branch violated the Constitution's separation of powers.
This argument is called the non-delegation doctrine, and we haven't seen it in quite some time. It's only been used twice, both in the 1930s to strike down aspects of FDR's New Deal legislation. If the doctrine is revived, progressives are worried that many other laws could be challenged, namely labor laws and environmental regulations. When Congress wrote those kind of laws, they left a lot of discretion to executive agencies.
And there are some Supreme Court justices, namely Clarence Thomas and Neil Gorsuch, who've said they want to bring back the non-delegation doctrine.
But those worries may be overblown. The court could take a narrow approach and only revive the doctrine in the context of criminal law, where civil liberties experts say that concentrations of power in the executive branch are particularly problematic. If you want to know more about this case, head on over to law360.com.